I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say it, that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet you cool.
Fritz.
Snickle Fritz. Cowabunga.
And just like that, it's begun.
It's begun.
Welcome to Four Dudes in a Podcast. This is the Lost Minds, real Lost Minds. Except for it's like really
You guys don't do that now?
We do. Sometimes.
Kind of have. We got our buddy Scott to hook up a little jingle and stuff now, so that's what's going to be.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I made a little intro for it.
Let's hear it right now.
Got to hear the start of every episode.
You
You just tell me no?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's knuckin' fucks.
You got to wait just like that every Sunday, every Wednesday is dropping episodes. But yeah, he put together, there's a little jingle with his like piano and stuff because they can do kind of little things like that. And yeah, he put together something pretty good, pretty like kind of like drum roll-ish, just enough to introduce it and break up the monotony. So it like works out pretty perfect.
Cool.
So in the new ones, even though we got like, so the last one will have it and stuff, we made a couple different ones. Try it out. But yeah, I'll have to hear because we just scrapped like too much talking and stuff. It's better just to like start like this. I feel like get right into it, just start talking with only like a little bit
And just keep going.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is the kind of like podcast stuff I like, like hearing a little bit of the stuff, but then just kind of getting out of it, and then basically all of a sudden they're having their conversation. You just kind of morph in, and that's what like I hope people when they listen to this, they're just kind of like monotony type of thing. Break it up. They're just sitting in
there's
the combo.
there's podcasts you want to listen to and learn shit, of course,
for sure.
and like war stories, whatnot, history, all that shit. But sometimes you just want to fucking, your mind to melt and
Veg out.
Yeah, just listen and have some fun and listen to some stupid
I
shit.
feel like this show should be shot in recliners then.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
That's what I was thinking, but
Cigarette in one
It's a
hand,
small
glass
room.
of whiskey in the other.
I'll probably get too tired. Sometimes like in Brian's couches, they're so comfortable. Even watching UFC, I'll be like,
It could be called like
So
the
just-
last man
it's like
standing. Which one of
yeah.
us is left awake at the end?
it's 4:01 a.m.
And I'm still awake. So am I.
9 hours later, podcast is still done. First one to fall asleep gets fucking came on.
Wow, that went dark real quick.
Real fast. I was watching In the End last night. That part that's like, oh my god, that part cracks me up. When he's like, oh, who came on the page of the whatever, and then inside the porno. And he's like, I've been coming all over your house, Franco. I came on the couch, I come on this. He's like, oh, I'll come all over you if you've been doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I want you to. He's like, I dare you.
What was that movie called?
In the End.
Oh, in the end, yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Is
They
it
make like,
in the end,
or The End or something.
or this is the end?
This
or
is the
something
end,
like
I
that?
think. It might
Yeah.
actually be, this is the end.
That movie's very brutal and crossed a lot of lines. I was just like, wow.
Especially when they brought the Backstreet Boys at the very end.
Was it
Oh,
Backstreet
because
Boys?
like zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
That was actually, I don't know, a pretty good movie. I like, and there was like one thing I didn't notice too until like I watched it a few times. But there's so much product, especially like that one. I didn't realize how much they sold themselves out, but so much product placement throughout the whole movie. Everything, like even they'd be sitting there about to smoke or whatever, and they got like these packages of
Was
raw
it
set up,
sponsored, though?
I think it's so because he's like with the Milky
I
Way,
wonder.
it has to be a certain Milky Way. And so, like, there was, like, certain things that were, like,
There was
in
a
there.
lot of product
They had to go
placement.
straight for the Carl's Jr., What do you mean you're not going to Carl's Jr.? You think you're all this,
Yeah.
that, And so that part was, I thought, like, kind of interesting. Watching it the second time around, you don't notice how much product placement's actually in shit you watch.
By product placement, you mean like
Brainwash.
brainwash. I like it.
Brainwashing. We
my,
can't go back to the conspiracies. I feel like every single time
I know, right?
we go on to some conspiracy topics.
Admir
and
goes
stuff.
on a rant about his flat Earth theory.
It's not a flat earth theory.
Still
I just-
pushing that madness.
No, I just think it's a little some
No,
weird
it's true.
things.
It's
Just some
true.
weird things. I don't think it's
Oh.
for record. I'm not a flat earther or a Nazi. I know that last episode was crazy. Woo! But there was some drinking involved in that one, so that might have influenced my thinking a little bit. But I just like to think outside the box. And anybody who fucking hates on me is a fucking commie. for not giving me my free rights.
No, it is good, like especially when it's unknown type of stuff. Because if it's unknown, it's like better to come up with some form of like solution, or like, hey, maybe this might be what's going on. Instead of just being like, yeah, it's just you just Antarctica's Antarctica. Yeah, we just don't go there.
Yeah, you just
Military
accept it.
only.
It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
well, opinions are like assholes, and everybody got one.
I agree.
Most of them
Everybody is
stink.
one.
And I agree
Admire.
with that, dude. But I think if you have an opinion, people shouldn't hate on you for it. Just because
Well-
your opinion is different than everyone else's.
Well, I have another question. How many assholes do you have to smell to know that most of them stink?
Dude,
Doesn't take much.
doesn't take much.
I gotta sit here with Admir.
Quit after one.
Yeah.
That's proof.
Yeah. I know Brian usually goes to like an airport and just like starts smelling the seats. And he's like, yep, stinky. Stinky.
Well, the thing
Stinky.
is, I like to close my eyes, and then I let everybody stand up and go towards the thing, and I can go smell one and just point the person out
See,
and just be like, that was him,
It was him all along.
her.
Yep.
She's knocked up. She doesn't know it.
It's like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's
He's got to have drugs up
She must
there
be not
somewhere.
eating any of that stuff. It's like, oh, here we go.
So all I smell is plastic. It's either drugs or something else.
It's like latex. It smells like latex right here.
Someone just had some fun.
And you look at the seat and it was just 3 dudes chilling there.
Depending on the place, some of the flights like
Admir, why are you getting on that flight?
Don't worry about it, bro. I love Cancun.
some are nice ones that might even bask in that, nice cushion that
In
will
the scent?
hold that fart, hold that scent in. And there's shit like Frontier. It's like seriously like a plastic recliner chair.
Would you be considered a Terry if you like took like a hard fart on an airplane?
Chemical warfare, yeah. It's like make someone pass out. They're like, they're using inhumane weapons. It's like,
Oh, dude.
he buttercupped me.
The
son of
TSA has a
bitch.
special department
He
for that.
buttercupped me.
Well, if he's like, if you eat like, I don't know, anthrax or some shit, and you're like going there, you're all super sick, start sneezing.
Did you hear about
Fucking-
that from the ice caps?
What?
The ice caps are melting and they were releasing
Methane
no, it was,
gas or something like that.
Shit, was it anthrax?
It's not anthrax, dude.
It's like the fucking
not-
snow caps are terrorists.
Anthrax is chemically made, dude.
No, it's some fucking chemical shit.
It's
that
like
was,
a methane gas or some shit, right?
No. It was a dormant like virus that started killing people that was supposed to be extinct. But
Well, that's cool.
That's what they're telling
AIDS.
everybody.
What's the
so
name of
you
that
don't
virus? I
look
want to put it on a shirt.
well, shit, if everybody else here was doing a little bit of research besides me and my own little brain,
I'm going down the,
Oh,
my
shit.
YouTube.
That's what I could do. I could be your bitch.
Like, I
Look
found-
that
well,
up.
that wouldn't be the first time.
Oh.
Did I just go there? I think he just went out of bounds. -6 points for Admir.
I'm gonna crank these down like that.
Crank me down.
So put it like that. Crank that soldier aboard.
Crank
Wait,
that
there we
what?
go. Everyone's
But
gotta
no-
crank that, huh? Crank that.
But yeah, no, they were like
So-
talking about viruses being released from the receding ice caps and shit. So they said there's probably other dormant shit that's been frozen under the ice that if the ice keeps, retreating, they'll escape and some crazy virus might come out.
It is methane.
No, it's not,
It
dude.
is, dude. I just looked it up on the internet.
No.
See, I always
Look
wondered
up
about,
look up like
That's from last year,
what was it?
apparently.
What was it?
Even 2015. It's Huffington Post, so.
But what was the drug? What was the chemical?
methane.
It wasn't methane.
Well, see, that's why I had a weird idea of that shit when I was doing electrical work. We ordered all this parts and stuff from China, and
it was like the Black Plague or something.
But think about it, like we'd get these like little plates, and they come with little screws, and everything's packaged in there.
Oh,
And it
Ender
says,
was right.
What is it?
Anthrax is one of them.
Really?
I knew it.
Bullshit.
I fucking knew it.
What's the source?
They were thinking different types of Zika.
Oh shit,
Who knows?
that's funny.
I told you, dude.
I don't want to get into sources because I don't want to spend 5 minutes reading all that stuff.
Start going
Yeah.
through them. Well, I had that same.
But it was
kind
like a bunch of
idea.
people started dying from that shit.
Where? What people?
People, humans. I
Everyone
consider
in
us all the
Antarctica.
same. I don't want to be, pointing out
Don't
now.
ask me to classify these people.
Don't ask me to classify. We're humans.
The dead
Yeah.
ones.
What were you saying, Brick? Sorry.
I was saying with like the same thing as with the methane gas, like or I guess anthrax releasing, is when you're doing electrical work, we get like the plugs, everything comes from like Taiwan, China, and stuff like that. And my cousin was like, "Damn, would the bird flu be able to like come when we get these whole new packages?" And he's like, "Would it be able to come on this? Like, would it come in here with this?"
They probably could come on anything you wanted.
It's like it's the bird flu. It just came all from the sky high.
That's how it spreads.
But like, and so it's kind of a weird thing because you get the little screws and you get them in the plates and you cut it open, and then the second you even open any one of the little packets, you just get this little like smell. Mm-hmm. So you're smelling the air from the thing,
or some dude at the assembly line farting into the
or
bags.
sneezing, or like fucking doing something like that, seals it in there. Next thing you know, it ships over and it's like that little fucking bird.
That's like the freaking guy.
Next thing you know, it's fucking in the States. It's like
I don't know if it's got like a shelf life. Don't all bacteria and germs, viruses have a shelf life outside of like a body?
Does it like freeze or something? Is that why?
It depends on how you get the virus. If it's bloodborne or...
But everything's got like an expiration date, right?
Well, dude, you're talking about gases.
Not Jesus.
Yeah, he does. The Romans proved that. Mic drop.
If anthrax is sitting in the earth for millennia and
that's
it's coming
true.
out viable.
I just
I
proved
think
myself
it varies,
wrong.
obviously.
It's the living earth theory. And
But no, it was
earth
frozen in the ice
terrorist.
cap, so it was frozen.
Well, goddamn it, are you going to make me read up on this?
Probably, dude. It's your homework.
We must
Dude,
know.
he's been obsessed with like the ice,
Flat Earth and the ice
Antarctica
caps.
recently.
Who?
You?
No, I haven't. This is
No,
the
you
first time I brought it
you
up.
could do a
And
whole hour
like
on
last time
ice
too, we were
caps.
talking about like the mystery of not
Frozen?
being able to go into certain
yeah.
parts of it and stuff.
Because it's weird.
Hey, everything
That's a
about
lot
it.
of ice, dude. Think about it. It's like
Yeah.
miles of ice.
Dude, there's
Miles.
so much that no one's
many?
even seen.
I don't know. I think it was like 7 miles.
7 miles across. Probably like
Deep.
Oh my god, probably so much more than that. I bet it's probably so far across.
Like
But all this speculation.
Deep.
I bet.
No, I'm not
Shit, I
talking
bet it's
across. I'm
quarter
talking
mile,
deep.
fucking long.
Guess how many ice cubes you can make with that?
700.
You can have an entire lifetime of margaritas.
depending on the
and
size.
still have more ice.
If it was like
7
really
margaritas.
big ice cubes,
7 margaritas?
7 margaritas.
Damn, what are your margaritas made of? 100% ice with some ice on top?
the Croneritas, they got a mix of it.
Iceritas?
A little Corn in there.
Oh, I thought we were serving these to your mother. Sorry.
Oh, dude, this guy, he's
Best
getting
served
better.
cold. Oh,
Drink best served cold under 7 miles of ice. But that's a fun fact, though. Think
well, I'd
about
like to
it.
at least go there and stuff because even there's places.
Where, to South Pole?
Yeah, or like Antarctica,
Good
but
luck.
all the continents.
I don't think you can even go north.
Yeah, you can't go.
Yeah, you
can
can.
go to the North Pole.
You can go to North
As soon
Pole.
as you
There's a
step
train
foot
that
on the
goes
ice,
right
dude,
out
a
to-
polar bear
Uh-huh.
comes running at you. But I got a solution for that.
Bring a grizzly.
Nope. I got an Abrams A-10 tank that'll packed with
Well, they're
me
like almost
everywhere.
extinct, like Arctic ones. are
Tanks?
Like,
No, they're not.
no, the polar bears.
Oh,
Because
probably.
like they're all like not on the Arctic anymore, even though there's like thousands and thousands that like live closer, and so
Mm-hmm.
they're not like extinct.
No, they're
But,
not.
like they don't live on the ice anymore.
There's a activist group that's been capturing the polar bears and dyeing them,
Brown?
just bringing them down to the States.
I
They've
would
been
do that.
releasing
Fucking
them,
horrible.
and they're calling them grizzlies and whatnot. It's so dumb.
It's like the wolves released.
Just look it. It's on what is it? TheOnion.com.
Oh, fuck.
Just go.
What about
check
their
it out.
pups, like when they have babies next year?
They're albino.
Those are easier to catch, man.
Oh, they just spray paint them from a distance with like paintball guns?
Yeah, as much as they can, like rolling around. We get a new panda. It's like, so pandas are like useless bears, and they just like, kind of roll around, and you push them over, and like
They're assholes, dude.
a
I've
polar
seen
bear is, like,
videos.
Did you watch the
straight,
video of the polar bear babies like attacking that man and murdering him?
No,
Do
but
you
I
mean
can believe
eating
it.
dinner?
No, they were just
surviving. You mean
no,
like
they were
living
they were
life?
they were like a
Don't
bunch of
hang
little
around
baby
polar
pandas,
bears and you'll be okay.
and they like were like tackling this guy, and he couldn't get away from a bunch of cute, cuddly panda bears, and they were
Panda
like,
bears? You said polar bears.
You said polar bears.
"Did I
dude.
say polar bears?
You said polar bears.
God damn it, dude! I meant panda bears.
So it's
Yeah,
like a
one of
cute
them.
video, right?
It's a super cute video.
Yeah, I don't.
They
I've
didn't
seen one
do
where
nothing to
the
him.
lady's trying to drag a panda bear, and he's just being an asshole. He's like, "Nope, I'm not moving. You're dragging me," and she's just
wait.
all annoyed. It's so funny.
Fucking lazy ass motherfuckers. That's why I don't like animals, dude. They just get everything for free. Just whatever they want, you know. You want food, just grab it.
That's what some of, like,
You want to run
cats
around
and-
in the wilderness, just
mainly
do it.
cats. They're mostly like you're their pet. Like bring me food. You know, hanging out by the dish. They come over to you when they want to be pet. They fucking do whatever they want. They'll even like kill a little treat and bring it to you and be like, "Oh yeah, you're not competent enough. Here's a little mouse for you." You know,
That's why I like fish, dude, because they're dependent on you.
fish.
You could be like, you're their god, you know. You're like, I feed you today, and you give them
Forget in,
food.
like 2
Fish are
seconds.
just like
Who are you?
cats. They all pee in the house.
Yes, piss.
But that's
all
why
over
you
it.
just have a
Lots of
water
words.
filter cleaning that shit out. I just like the fact that I get to feel like Jeebus, you know.
What kind of fish do you have?
I don't have any fish; they all died.
You're
I forgot to
You're
feed them.
terrible, Jesus.
I remember one
You are
time.
extinct.
I remember when we were younger. One time we convinced Admir to take a fish out of his fish tank and go to the park because it was like
Flooded?
flooded
I
over,
remember
you know?
that. I remember that.
And we're like, we'll break the ice and like put it in there. We were like kids and shit, and we're like, it'll have like this whole thing to like live in. I remember
Yeah.
trying
Doing
to
him a
break the
favor.
ice, put it in there, and like not even like a second, it goes like belly up. It's like it's the water and like
I felt terrible.
It
instantly died.
What was the fish's name?
I don't remember.
Jacobs.
I don't usually name any of my animals except for like cat or dog.
His name
or
was Fish.
Yeah, his name was Fish. He was a goldfish.
Yeah.
And I remember they're like, dude, look, you got him in this like little shitty aquarium. Let's take him out of the aquarium. We're gonna put him in a little solo cup. And I'm like, okay. And then then we're gonna take him to the park. And there's a big lake there, but it wasn't even a lake. It was just a flooded playground.
It's like made of like wood chips and
Yeah.
shit. So like it would have already had to like navigate through like wood chips that are frozen in ice.
Yeah, and they're like, he's gonna be all right. And I'm like, but he's gonna freeze. And they're like, no, he's a goldfish, dude. Goldfish are tough. I had a goldfish almost died, but he survived. And I'm just like, that's true. Goldfish are pretty cool, tough.
And then like my neighbors were like, dude, they like live in the winter one because he has a big coat or like those
koi.
koi fish. Yeah, and they live. And we're like, dude, they
And I'm like, I'm being a little like, I don't even know, 10 years old. I'm like, fuck, convince me, dude. Let's do it. So we get him, and I'm like, you will be the first fish of your kind to explore this new region. As soon as we put him in there, he belly up. Literally instantly dead. And I cried.
R.I.P. Jacob.
I was like, R.I.P.
So I was like, fish suck,
F-I-S-H.
dude. And I'm like, I was over it. I left.
Yeah, they ditched
don't
me.
do
Left me there to
anything cool.
mourn.
You guys just ran away like it was a murder.
Yeah, we came back. I freaking fried it up. No fish left behind. Served it up in a fish taco. Goldfish taco.
That was good. It's a
What
good
if you
thing
can
I
make that goldfish
fed him poop
tacos just
before
straight
he
out
ate
of
it.
the
Just
little cook the little goldfish
You need
hole?
a tiny little fillet knife.
I know it's getting the bones off is the hard part. Unless are they like carp? Would they be like a solid bone, or are they more like trout with like multiple little bones?
They're like a carp.
God, this sounds like a challenge.
They are a carp. I think
They
koi are carp.
Cause yeah, everywhere else in the world they love carp and shit. Here in America, we're like got this weird epidemic. Ooh, carp epidemic, because they are going everywhere. But like everywhere loves those type of fish more. You just get the fish, you cut the sucker, you take the whole chunk of meat off, and then
I think
discard it.
koi in Japanese is carp.
Big carp.
So like
Koi.
that's
Koi means
Are you
carp?
just pulling these facts out of your ass?
no. I honestly think that's the translation is carp.
No,
I read in
Just Google it.
Webster's Encyclopedia Britannica.
Google it.
you're killing me.
Just Google koi, like translation or whatever. I think
I thought koi in Japanese was shy.
sushimi. No,
Koi,
I think it's
can see
carp
that, like, stop playing koi.
because they only keep the fancy ones, and then they just get rid of the green ones.
Like, yeah,
They're like, you are green carp. I take you home.
They do that shit with pigeons. I've seen too. Like, there's like people will spend like $1 million on a pigeon,
Yeah,
and they'll like they have like pigeon races. Yeah, they'll do ones where they set them and they make them fly like thousands of miles. And
there's different patterns on pigeons that are rare.
yeah, and like it's crazy. There's like a whole like millionaires thing. They have like crazy coops, like fucking
Which is
pay guys thousands
Yeah.
to watch them. It's like
like you know how
Damn.
you know how you see those like regular gray and black pigeons. Like those are just they're like your Honda Civics of pigeons. And then you ever see like the ones where they're like two toned and they're like the white uppers, like the brown bottoms.
I saw one the other day that was kind of orange.
Yeah, they're rare types, and like you could if you were to like catch them, you can actually sell them for a good chunk of money. You could probably get like a couple $100 per pigeon if you catch good ones, and if you know who to sell them to. I know the standard ones that you see like in New York, those ones are garbage ones. You can't get nothing for those. They're
Black
like
and gray
pests.
ones?
Yeah, they're pests. But if you find like the fancy looking ones, the fancier pigeons, a lot of people are looking for those.
Because
Because
that, Lost Minders, just send us a picture of your
lost pigeon or captured pigeon.
captured pigeons.
Like, they smash pigeons. Like, you didn't say dead or alive. Dead counts, right? It's like fucking looks like PD off of Dumb and Dumber. It's like they're like showing us the pigeons, like tape the heads and shit back on. I caught him. It was all right.
I was
Just
paying in the
rough,
butt.
little rough
Oh.
catch.
Couple times stole my boomerang, but I got him. Tell you what.
I was trying to knock it down with my katana.
And I think the reason, like, I don't know if you can take wild ones, but all you do is just keep them in like the cage for a couple days or something,
Feed
and then
'em.
yeah, and then that becomes their home, and like
Yeah,
they'll
breaks
come back to it. Like they learn that this is where I belong now. I guess
New place.
this is my new home, and they stay there. So like you can release them and they'll fly around and they'll come back to your coop.
They were like relatively smart too, for the most part. Like
Yeah,
Because I mean, that's all. Like, even a lot of people in New York, they got all the shitty ones because they'll do it for like gang signals. Like Mike Tyson has like a whole thing where he trains a ton of them. He like his little coop he has. Yeah, and he'll like go up there and just like fly around and shit and fucking. And I know in like certain areas, especially in California, they'll do that to like alert when cops are coming or whatever. Or there's like certain things, rival things of it, the pigeons.
Yeah, it was on Training Day.
Oh, it is on Training Day. Huh? That's such a good movie. Shit.
I think that's like the craziest part is like, let's say you had your chicken coop at your main base, right? And like we wanted to use carrier pigeon to like trade messages. I'd have to give you one of my pigeons from my coop, and then you'd have to have it at your place, and you'd write a note on it, and you'd release it so it'd fly back to me. It'd be super inconvenient.
No way.
Because we'd always have to make a trip to each other somehow to drop pigeons off.
I feel like it'd be more efficient.
On Battlefield 1, one of the first missions when you're driving a tank, they're about to get overrun by enemies, so you have to release a pigeon right outside of your tank, and as soon as he releases it, takes a note like of their coordinates, then it goes right back to their base, and they know exactly where to shell the place.
Yeah, because that pigeon's house is there. So they captured the pigeon, but that pigeon's house was at the enemy base. So as soon as you release it, that pigeon goes back to its home. So like, if me and you wanted to like use carrier pigeons to send messages back together, I'd have to have one of your pigeons, and you'd have to have one of my pigeons. And then you'd write a message on my pigeon, and you'd let him go, and he'd fly back to my house. And then I'd write a message on your pigeon, and I'd let him go, and he'd fly back to your house. And then we'd have to swap pigeons again.
So
I feel like
they're not that smart. You can't be like,
No.
take this to Admir.
No.
We need to do that shit though, because Admiral doesn't reply to text messages. So carrier
true.
pigeon might be
Carrier
better.
pigeon's probably going to be the best way to
More
go.
efficient. Track him down. It's
How
like,
cool would that be? Your windows down on your truck, and you're just driving, and it just flies into your shit, and you're just like,
that'd be crazy.
you crash.
You're like, God damn, dude, it'd be cool if I had an owl.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a big bird, like a hawk or something.
A bald eagle. It's like, whoosh, just lands on your truck in the middle of the freeway.
I'd definitely buy a bald eagle, and it just rip the shit out of your pigeons while you're trying to send me messages.
You'd want to get like a hawk for that.
Even owls, though, that's true though. Like an
An
owl.
owl.
I love like watching those videos, like the gifs. Like there's one with even pigeons that are like sitting there, and you just like look for the eyes, and all of a sudden, way in the far back, you just see these two little eyes pop up, and then like they disappear. All of a sudden, wham! This thing like just slams right into the side of the thing, just grabs the one pigeon, flies off. One pigeon's like looking around.
Yeah, the other pigeon's like, what the fuck just happened?
What's going on?
Johnny?
And his buddy's gone because an
Straight
owl
up
took him
jack
out.
mode too. It's like just looks over there. I imagine it reminds me of the. Damn, there was a movie, old school movie with little mice, and they live in the fields. Cartoon. It was like I want to say it's a Disney movie.
Mighty Mice?
Secret
I
of
don't know.
Nim.
Yeah, The Secret of Nim. I'm surprised
Yeah.
they will be remaking that movie. I'm sure
I
shortly.
think, did they?
But they get hunted down by all kinds of shit, like the owl. It's like, whoosh, and like just like it's seeing, you know, like because in the middle of the night they have like night vision. It's like whole football
Yeah, I
fields
could
away.
see forever away.
I feel like life would be way more interesting if there were creatures out there that could do that to people.
You mean dinosaurs
Oh,
like
shit.
with
They'd
wings?
Run to your car.
Oh, that
Fuck
would
that.
suck.
Dude, there's some eagles. That do that.
Awesome.
Your car slowly
Raptors?
starts fucking lifting up off the ground.
Oh, shit. Loesch is late.
That'd be so.
It's like,
What
what
if he's
happened,
gonna
dude? He
make
was
it?
supposed to be here
That'd be so funny. You're just texting, I am being carried away.
by a pterodactyl.
I'm going to be late.
It's like Flintstones. Well, they have like
Hope you brought your desert eagle with you.
skulls of like. There's a radio lab where they found like the skulls of like in the evolution. It's like the middle one, you know, where it's almost monkey but almost human. It's kind of in that stage of evolution, so it's like midway there. And they have ones where they found fossils of inside like bird nests of just like the skulls of like littler ones, so like the children, and
Rip.
they have like freaking little scratches right by their eyes and stuff, like dark
Damn.
marks in there, so you can tell where like they've been picking. So like they picked out the eyes and like picked out the mouth, like the tongue out of the mouth and stuff. So on the bones, there's all the scratches and shit. And you can see a bunch of them and stuff. And Radiolab even has one fossil that they have that was actually picked up in, I think, like a thing of bird shit or bird nest or something. Because with all kinds of other stuff, and they have that. And you can make a 3D print of it. Like you can go online, get the PDF, go on there, hit the 3D print, 3D print the little thing that they have at the museum at your
little
house
skull.
if you have one. Oh, wow. And you see the little groove marks in the eyes. Like, oh, shit. Yeah, it looks
I
like
think it
someone
would have been
picked
cooler
it
if
up.
they were like selling it with a complete torso or complete body, and he was even holding a mini spear that we think he used to fight off the giant eagle.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's like David. Because have you seen the mummies? Like, have you gone to the mummies exhibit? At all?
No.
Because they're like, all of them are all fucked up and like contorted and like little, and they're small, and every single one of them died with like tuberculosis or some kind of bone disease or like some
Aliens,
kind of,
dude.
Fuck,
They couldn't handle the gravity on this planet.
Well, it's even like people now in Africa, like or the pygmies and stuff. Like you hear about these ones where they don't have the fresh water, and all of them are like when they die of usually malnutrition or like bad water. And most of the time they're like, oh well, they had this virus, this virus, this virus. So it's like they have so many viruses and the diseases they've gotten from the water that's like a matter
Like my
of
last
time.
computer.
Yeah, from all the Trojans.
Yeah.
But we already know where you get those.
They just appeared on there, I swear.
Live leaks.
I don't even know. It's like someone, you know what? When you get an email telling you you're the new prince of like some foreign country,
When you
Don't
get
click
an
on
email saying, hey, there's some hot singles in your area, don't click on it, Admir.
dude, I can't resist. I'm like, this could either be a virus or a really hot single in my area.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
singles,
betting
like-
it's going to be a single in my area.
It's like Grinder.
Damn it.
Grinder's that one thing, right? Where like, it's like, yeah, everyone's using that. Setting up himself some special dates.
It doesn't work. Still
Okay.
single.
Grinder's not meant for... it's meant
Grinding?
for just fucking, yeah.
Damn. I thought it was supposed
You
to
should
be...
get that app right now.
I can't. My
I would
phone's
have figured you for one.
For a
Yeah.
grinder?
Yeah.
He looks.
Yeah, I
like
can see him a Grinder. Grindhouse.
I could see myself grinding pretty hard.
Damn. Preface. It's just like it's like Tinder, but for like gay dudes.
What?
Yeah. He's like, I can see myself grinding. Shit.
Damn, dude, I did not know that. I fell
You
into
guys-
that trap like an ant.
I just thought he was
Would you
really
scissor?
open and willing to try new things.
I didn't
Dude,
know
I was
what
like,
grinder
damn,
was.
dude, here we go. About to
I thought it was like
reach out to
grinding,
a whole
dude.
new
Well,
audience.
gentlemen out there, if you're looking for a fancy young man, young lad, he's strapping, he benches
And now for the
145
break.
pounds.
Little
and-
grinding. That's weird. It's like scissoring, like ball to ball, like bam, bam, bam. First one to
Sounds
get a stomach
painful.
ache, yeah.
That sounds so painful.
Oh, my stomach up. Looks
It's
like you're
it's
the
called
bottom
the pendulum.
bitch.
No, what are those things called with the balls that hit each other?
Oh, those little what are those little things?
Metronome? No.
They're like the weighted measurement, or like the little balls are like
The ones where the balls in the middle are lazy and the only ones doing anything are the ones on the outside?
yeah.
Yep, that's another Saturday night for Admir right there.
Oh shit. Punk.
Damn, dude. All right, I guess I'm repacking up my microphone because you're all a bunch of dudes.
Probably like a huge rager, dude. I bet gay people probably turn down for fucking everything, dude.
Well, this conversation went fucking in the wrong direction.
Oh, you'll
real
go down
quick.
the road with conspiracies, but we won't go down the
Yeah.
road of what the heck do gay people do?
If we all stand on one side of the flat Earth, it will flip over.
Yeah,
It will. It's just physics.
like a coin. It
If
flips
we
like
flip
a
it
coin.
over, will that solve global warming?
No, we'll just be on the flat earth and upside down version.
The upside down.
will it be right side up for us? We'll seem like gravity. Or...
Will it feel like
No, we'll
upside
all
down?
actually fall onto the dome. I've actually got this figured out. And then,
Let's
like,
hear this.
imagine all the people like just coming together. That's what we need. Everybody's going to
Is
be
this
together.
a Beatles anthology?
Yeah. Look,
It's
listen.
like Monty Python and the Meaning of Life.
The best part is anything that isn't bolted down will also come with us. So heavy
shit.
machinery, vehicles
It just flips it.
Real life Tonka trucks.
down
Slamming
the
into
side of the dome. It'll be crazy.
Have you ever seen Monty Python and the Meaning of Life or whatever?
I think so.
They're like a bunch of people, the old guys working at this business, and all the young guys start coming in, taking their jobs, and then they're like, oh shit, they're starting to lose out on the job to all the young people from school, and so they want to have a mutiny, and they decide to fight it back against all the young new employees. And they end up fighting them, like tossing them out the windows and shit, and like throwing them all out, and then they end up like taking the building over, and it turns into like a ship. So it's like fucking going through the streets. It's like, and they're like crashing into other buildings, like killing all the young people and like throwing them out and shit, you know. And they're like, yeah, they're going through all these battles, and they get through the city, and then all of a sudden a fucking building falls off. It's like, because it's a flat Earth, and it's like, it just goes into abyss.
I love it. That's my kind of movie, dude.
Oh, that movie's pretty damn funny. Well, I mean,
A lot of the Monty
Python,
Pythons are really funny. Even though they're old and really shitty, they're still funny.
Yeah.
And you
At
could
the
tell
time.
where shit's just like super badly chopped into the movie, and you're like, dude, I could have done a better job.
Well, I
But-
like that kind of like when it comes across as a good comedy, because I've been finding like kids movies to be like the newer ones coming out to be better comedies, and some of the comedies coming out, it's like, damn, this movie sucks.
I'm not
Like-
gonna ask why you're watching kids movies, but
Like, have
why
you seen
watching
Pets?
kids
That
movies?
movie's like that's a pretty good one. Pets is
Pets?
pretty good. Yeah. Well, Trolls was all right, but dude, a lot of times they're pretty entertaining for the most part. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be like rated R. I have to
Movies
keep
are
my
like
fix off.
music. You don't have to justify yourself.
It's true.
You
Yeah,
wanna
as long
watch
as it's a
kid shows?
gripping story. Type
I agree.
Stuff.
I've been trying not to watch them. I'm about to have a daughter, so I'm going to have a life full of that
Saving
shit.
it
So,
up.
yeah.
Just save it up and then one. No, I think you should you should start watching it. That way it's like Venom, like snake
Well,
venom.
I've already
Just take
planned.
small doses now, so later when you're taking the full dose, it doesn't affect you as much.
That's not a bad idea.
Just watch like little clips of Dora the Explorer. You're gonna love that one. Bob the Builder. That one's probably gonna be coming.
There's like a 3-year-old girl that'll pick one fucking Frozen or Brave, one movie, and be like, "It's it." I watch it a million times, fucking 700.
I'd start watching it right now. That way you could show her up.
They just want it on in the background.
I
like,
could
not
sing
paying
all the
attention.
words, and you can't.
Yeah. Let it go. Like, oh Jesus Christ!
Like you're singing it
Horrible
wrong.
pitch.
Terrible.
Horrible.
That's not the word.
You're wrong.
I don't even know. How to go.
You're wrong. Listen. You're wrong.
Listen.
I just remember seeing like people do the translated versions of it, like so like the Swedish people singing the translated versions of it, and it's all screwed up because like the translation is wrong.
It's
That's
not
like,
wrong. It's just their words are put in different places, so
Yeah.
it sounds really crappy.
Kind of though. But if you think about it, like with, I heard the idea of like with the Bible, you know, being translated down and stuff, and people like look at, you know, when you get instructions or translations from TV shows to this, and you hear it, it's like completely different, you know, whatever it might be, and so you're like, oh, that's the translation, and so right there when that got, I guess, from translated from one to another, it's already lost a bunch of it, almost like a new language started because it's like this means this, which isn't. What
That's
it
true.
is.
Also with music, dude, like if you know multiple languages, for someone who knows just like, let's say English, music's great. But when you hear another song in another language that's completely different taste, I guess, you still feel that, I don't know how to say it, but it's like the music.
Because you can understand the words,
Yeah.
and you know what they're saying
Yeah.
and how they feel. So of course you're gonna, like it.
Yeah, I mean, you can create languages and shit when you're like gaming, you know, you're with your squad and you're doing strats, and next thing you know, you're like, we're going long, or whatever, we're going poop deck.
Ruffle Mal.
Like, and it doesn't even have to, it could be like, we're going, you know, and in your mind, you're like, oh shit, that's the double doors. And so, like,
Yeah.
the same thing that happens, we're going long. Oh, I know what that is, it's the long hallway. And so, like, in your mind, like, it could be anything, you know, it could be like, womp, womp, and you'd know what it was. And so, like,
Yeah.
in your mind, you've created a language, you know. Poop deck, I know what poop deck is, that's bomb side A. or
Which is
whatever.
true, because like let's say someone observing your video or even watching you play would not understand what's going on.
Yeah, or even though their team, you know, if it was like,
Even though they know what you're saying, like they
A
understand
lot
the
of
words.
times when I watch gaming videos and they're speaking English, I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because they've got their own little made-up game going, the made-up language.
which is
where it's like-
interesting.
To you, it's like all you see is a guy running around, but then he'll be like, water tower, go water tower. And it's like, to you, you're like, I know what a water tower is, but what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. But in the other team, you know, they know exactly what to do. You're going to go this way, you're going to take a left, you're going to run this way, you're going to run around this way, you're going to go through over this bridge, you know? You're going to get there, but to someone else who doesn't know what's going on.
It's true.
Pretty cool, though.
It's like
languages.
See people, oh, look at that fucking chicken head. It's like all of a sudden, you know, the
Bark, bark.
slang,
Chicken,
you know,
chicken.
the drop. Everyone's like, oh, okay, you know, like, so like they make the.
The word. The word
Connection
is
to
the
it,
bird,
yeah.
the bird.
That's weird though, because like even when I try and like translate, I'm trying to learn like, fucking trying to learn Spanish, trying to learn any language I can, but like I'm seriously like, it just doesn't sometimes register in my head, but like just the meaning. So sometimes it's even easier to like understand body language. Like they're doing something. Okay.
That's because body
payment,
language
you know?
is universal throughout the
yeah.
world. Like, you know, when I show you my middle finger like this, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying, come over here.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
friendly person. You know?
Whatever, isn't that what it was meant for? It was like they'd flip it off to like show, well, I heard anyways, to show archers and different things in medieval times. Like, you come up here, we're cutting your fingers off. So they couldn't shoot their archers or whatever. And so that's why I always thought, because like usually they do like this, but I think originally it started off like that with the things, because they'd take off the whole middle section so they couldn't get a good draw. So
The middle finger and the ring finger.
yeah.
But you
take
could
them
still
out.
use your thumb and your,
No, you wouldn't be able to draw as.
yeah, you would.
efficient.
Yeah, there's a dude that uses his foot in the Olympics or whatever. He like puts his thing up like that.
Yeah, but that takes.
in the field of battle, he'd be like getting his foot ready. Someone
Yeah.
walks up,
We
chop
should
his
go
head off,
play
run off.
archery
Little fucking-
tag, and Admer can only use his thumb and his
Yep.
pinky.
thumb and pinky.
Thumb and pinky. Damn,
Yeah,
that would be a
archery
pain in the
tag.
ding dong.
Been trying to do that shit, but
And their bows were pretty tough, too. They were like 70-pound bows.
it's kind of cool.
So I'd have to have a tough pinky. What do you do to exercise your pinky? Huh, I don't want
Pinky
to know.
push-ups.
I know a place. You just got to go on this one app. It's kind of hard to like get started, but once you get used to it, you'll be fine. So just go to Grindr and
Just sign up, dude.
just be like, you're
Put
looking
all this
at,
information.
you're trying to strengthen a pinky finger, and like, guys, there'll be people there that have
No, thanks.
I have really
methods and
weak
things like
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I ain't falling for that shit again.
What do you think they'd say? They're like, all right, man, just stick your pinky in my butt. I'm just gonna flex. You just feel the squeeze, feel it, squeeze, feel it. And when that happens, make sure you just kind of give your finger a little tug, and that pull will be the workout. You feel that burn? There we go. And I'm gonna be like, but really the burn's coming from like the acid of like the poop, because there's like diarrhea.
You sound like you've done this before, dude. You sound like you've done
Brick
this
is
before.
experience. If you want to find him on Grindr, you just go to
Brick. Hey, Grinder.
Dude, you never like had some anal? You get yourself a little poop taco?
No. My God, man. How much have you had to drink?
Not
Like,
enough. Not enough, but it's a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, the sponsor.
Wow.
If God only willing would be the sponsor. Just sipping on fresh, ice-cold pale ales.
So, talking about God, I actually stumbled across Jesus' grave the other day on YouTube.
But what a transition from pinkies in the butthole to God. One and the same.
I was
Pinky
trying
in the
to-
asshole, you don't say.
I was trying to get us
That
back on
reminds me
the
of
righteous
God.
path. I was trying to get us back on the righteous path.
That's good. Because, yeah, some of the stuff I was like hearing, it was like, even when I was like trying to describe the role play one, I'm like, maybe this is not for you.
Careful,
I'm just going
dude.
to
You don't
stop.
want to spill your beer on the electronics.
It's empty.
Okay. Good thing you drank it.
It's just a prop now.
I don't know. I always feel like that'd be the weird part.
What? Getting in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First it's in, then it's out. then you're in,
My
then you're
God,
out.
dude. It's like a
First
magnet.
you're hot, and then you're cold.
It's like a magnet. Like what? It's like a planet.
you're
When
the
you-
magnet.
when you're
Magnets,
flying-
what are they?
What's dude? I don't know because
What are
gravity
numbers?
doesn't exist. Okay,
Oh, God, that's the other one, too, huh?
What?
Yeah, no gravity?
no gravity.
Yeah,
It's the electric.
What is gravity,
electrical
bro? Is it like little hands,
magnetism
dude?
force or some
I
shit.
don't
Feel
see these
about
little hands holding me, man.
vaccinations.
Vaccinations,
Yeah.
dude. I feel great.
I feel like they should be spread out, but like, dude, there's a reason why we don't have like major plagues anymore. It's like, but
Agree. I
is
also
it?
agree with GMOs as well. I think they're a good thing, in my opinion.
yeah, I feel like a lot of times people like just they heard that name GMO, but it's like
It's
GMO
ignorance.
is so common, like you don't realize it. You know?
It's
GMO
not
is-
good for you.
It is good for you.
No, it's not.
I would
Yes,
like
it is.
open
No,
source
it's
GMOs.
not.
Yes, it is.
I don't want
No,
one company
it's
to
not.
own everything, and I don't like them having the licensing to the seeds.
I don't like. Yeah, I hate
Which
that they have the
is
patent
it-
of the seed. That's
Is
so
it
weird.
Is it almonds or walnuts that have arsenic in them? Wild ones. I think it's. I want to say almonds have arsenic in them. Wild ones.
I'm not sure. I know that they have one of the little peanuts they use on Breaking Bad and it fucking poisons all these people.
Castor beans, right?
Is that what it is, Castora?
But like, okay, so like, let's say for instance, those are just normal wild nuts, right? Like you could just find them in the wild, and they can kill you.
Okay.
Now, now let's say we take that plant and we genetically modify it to not have arsenic in it anymore.
Okay.
Now you can eat it. Which one's worse for you, the natural one or the one we modified?
Okay. So what if you start putting GMOs into things that don't need it?
They're not. You're not putting GMOs into it.
What about milk?
They're altering its genetic
They're altering
structure.
its genetic structure. So
Why?
to make it better. So
Or-
like, let's say.
So you're
let's
saying
say
that GMO milk is better than natural milk?
Are there genetically enhanced
I don't think
cows?
there's cows. You do it with plants, and the way and it's the same thing as doing like you take a tomato plant with like that grows a ton of tomatoes, and you crossbreed it with another plant. That's genetically modified, technically, even though you're not going down to the like
Corn,
to the
bananas. There's lots.
chromosomes or whatever. You're doing it by visual sight. So you're just taking two good tomato plants and you're crossbreeding them, and now you come up with a third plant. That's also a GMO. But a GMO, like that they do in the labs, is they take it and they go into its cells and they change the cells. So they take out, oh, we don't want these tomatoes to be red anymore because this is the chromosome that makes it red, and we're going to make it blue. So they stick a blue chromosome in there, and then they let the seed grow up. And when the seed grows up, it comes out blue tomatoes instead of red. That's all a GMO is.
No,
that like-
you're wrong. You're wrong. Do your research.
I did do my
Is it-
research.
Isn't there a
research.
CMO or something?
I wish
like
I could
chemically
remember
modified?
where-
Fake news. Fake.
There might be
Fake
CMOs,
news.
but GMOs are genetically modified. So they just go in there and they change change its genes
So then why do people eat organic food?
because they're ignorant.
Yeah, like the banana's a weird one too. It's like been genetically modified.
Yeah, they used to be tiny.
Yeah, or
The
like
bananas
even-
we eat
or even
now
big
are
ones.
not even the real bananas that existed. Real bananas went extinct.
Well, it was like they picked the perfect one and like, and then just kept copying it.
The good bananas went extinct. You know those little yellow candies you eat at a vending machine? That's what bananas used to taste like. I'm not even kidding.
Most of the food we eat, humans have changed it to cultivate.
Like corn.
Make it easier to cultivate.
Corn technically can't exist in the wild.
Apples.
But like
That's true.
bananas,
Oh,
that's the
apples.
trippy part.
You
You
look
can
at,
still find them, but they're super expensive.
Like an Asian pear, freaking, it's a cross between like the pear and the apple or whatever that they made in China. It's like the GMO.
It's a GMO, but they did
there
it by
are, like-
looking at it.
There is like some things that are like modified, like that are bad. Like so when they modify something to like kill a bug, which is it might not affect us, like those type of things. But it's like, oh, this is basically we modified this to
Well, it's like,
kill off a bug, and it's like, does that damage us? at
well,
all?
does chocolate damage you?
Yeah, dude, that's actually not good for you.
Chocolate is technically good for you.
What, dude?
So is
Naturally.
wine.
You're gonna tell me this freaking
Dark chocolate
Hershey's
is
bar?
hurting
I'm
brain.
not a Hershey's bar. Dark
Oh,
chocolate.
So you're talking about cocoa?
Yes.
Okay.
But if I was to feed that exact same chocolate bar to a dog, what would happen to that dog? If you eat an entire bar of 99% cacao chocolate, do you die the next day or get super sick and
Fuck
want to
yeah!
die?
I wake up
No,
and
you
like
don't.
I wake up maybe like an hour before my alarm, and my stomach's just like. I'm like,
That's
oh,
because you
Jesus
probably
Christ.
didn't eat
He
anything
has to
besides a
take
chocolate bar.
Big
Yeah, it's
meaty
true.
dump
Well,
before work.
Dude, I never eat sweets anymore. It's like usually always at the end of the night I'll end up getting a little freaking partaken, and next thing you know I'll be like
Probably because you don't
stoned.
remember it.
Oh yeah, I'll be like stoned, munching. I'll eat a bunch of like a bunch of bowls of cereal, eat a tube of ice cream, eat whatever, and wake up like always like an hour before my alarm. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, because you're overdoing it.
The night before was no good. It's just like with the chocolate bars, you get them, they're so rich. Well, me and Aubrey are bad about that too, because I've got a chocolate bar, they're all rich, 99%. Take a bite, and that's
Those are
good.
so good.
Next thing you know, we're like finished. Fucking in a coma. Just like,
Yeah, but you don't die, but a dog could die. So chocolate is poisonous to that animal, but to you it's not. Same with those GMOs that have a chemical that'll eat the inside of a bug if it eats it. So the bug takes a bite out of this plant, and the next thing you know, it's dead. But you can eat that plant and be perfectly fine
For now.
forever.
For now.
There's people who keep check of on these plants.
Which
like
people?
next thing you know.
Scientists. They're also not flat earthers.
Maybe
apparently.
they are. I
They
don't
might
know.
be. I don't know. There's a lot of
There's
people
like
out
crazy.
there.
That's what's so crazy about the scientist pool, which is kind of nice because there's like scientists that are like educated and like know what the hell they're talking about, but then yet being like completely on the way opposite end of what popular science might say in a different field, like so with religion type of
Yeah.
stuff. So there'll be people always like, oh, learn about all this stuff.
It was like
Stars.
Einstein, wasn't he? He was a hardcore believer in God, but he
Oh, no.
also didn't.
Yeah, well, kind of. He was off, but then like one that was really big was Newton. Like Sir Isaac Newton was so huge into like religion that like one of the things when he died was like a I guess a badge of honor for him was because he kept a celibacy. He's like, I never was married, and I was true
That's
to the
so
church,
weird,
and I
dude.
never like fucked anyone, and good to go.
I wonder if he jerked off.
Why is it that smart people never have kids?
Because you end up having wet dreams. I don't know. Well, because that's the thing too. Like a lot of like now it's the rate of people are dropping because they're getting educated. They want to have careers, lives, things. And they want to be responsible to have kids.
That
Like,
is strange.
Maybe,
That like all
maybe
the
Newton was asexual.
like
just
I
didn't
always
crave
wondered
it.
about that shit. Because like even it's sexuality is a weird thing because everyone's trying to put a peg on it and stuff like that. But it's like even when they're like, I'm straight, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm
an attack
I'm
chopper.
For me, I just like well, you're sexual like in your own way. Like certain things get me off. Like you ask anybody, what are you, ass or tits guy? Oh, ass, whatever. So everyone's kind of already like narrowing those things down. And the same with like even like with guys, and then it'd be someone being asexual. It's like
what does that
really.
mean?
Like they're like, oh, I don't like either side. I'm just kind of like numb
don't really
to it.
crave it.
Oh, okay.
There's no
They're like a
craving.
mannequin.
Kind of, yeah. I
for
would
that
imagine they still
person.
like jerking off or something, like, because like you can still get horny, like you can wake up.
What if
Unless they
imagine-
don't.
What if they don't?
Unless they
Yeah,
don't.
What if there's just nothing there? They never think about that.
Which is true. I mean, shit. I'm so naive to it. That could be like totally, because that's the way where like someone would be like a certain fucking girls. They'd be like they want it like rough, choke. It's like what the fuck, and then
Never
the
met
other people
those.
that like if you even like tried that, they'd be like, that's it. you're fucking, I'm out of here. Wait till like there's people. You're a freaking freak. You know.
Well, think
and, like,
about it,
you're
dude. You're
like,
just
Jesus Christ.
you gotta
know?
ask him. You can't just go for it, Brick.
Brick's like, dude, I just tried at bars and just forced my way in, but it doesn't work.
What's the easiest way to get like someone out of there? Like when they're talking and stuff, or when they're passed out and you like load them into the lift? Like they're just fucking drunk. Yeah, I mean, drive fast.
Dude, you're
No, but you know what I mean,
savage.
Dude.
I do know what you mean, though. People are strange. Everybody's different, and everybody likes to put categories on everyone else. It's like,
And I feel like that's to be weird too. But what do if I see this, I see that. Like, what do people describe? You know, what do you do? It's like, I don't know. I don't think you describe it. You don't do anything. It's like it is what it is. It's like this is what they like. I don't like eating, you know, whatever. I'm not a broccoli fan. I love cauliflower.
I think
people
that's
love
what-
broccoli. It's like opposite. It's like
I think with that
tastes.
comment, it brings us back to when we first started. I don't know if we were recording where I was talking about how in our last podcast I was just going off on like random shit like flat earth and Nazis and whatever. And how as soon as you say something like that, people automatically judge you for it or for being it. Where it's like,
Jump right to it.
yeah, it's automatically, this is what you are, this is what you're doing, and I'm judging you for it because you're not like me.
Yeah. Oh, there's
It's
that
like-
label. That
Yeah,
got your label.
label.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm labeling you. And it's like, well, why can't I just have an opinion? Why can't I just eat broccoli? Why can't I just, do a certain thing without being labeled by you? Why do I have to be exactly like you, or I'm a bad person? Where it's like, in the right universe, you for judging me for what I do makes you the bad person. But people don't see that.
Is that in the Upside Down?
It is in the
upside-
upside. No, in the upside down, everything would be
The other side of
right.
the planet.
On the other side of the planet, everything would be right. On the flat side.
Well,
Other side.
should we get a word from our sponsors?
Or we could even, being that we're 45 minutes in, I say we just wrap it up and then let everyone know where they can find us and where the next episode will start. Just because,
Well, I'll be in my van down by the river. If you guys want to stop by,
dude, I wish I could
find
have
up
a
some
van by the
wieners
river.
later.
Damn.
Little
I'll be under the
kielbasa.
toll bridge.
I'll be online in most places. You can find me at brickanderson.com. You can get the beard oils, Banff beard oils. brickanderson.com as well. Any other your needs you wanted. I don't know if there's any pictures you can jerk to.
Hit them up on Grindr.
And I will be
Stuff there.
I will be digging a hole straight down to the bottom of the earth here in the next coming month or so. So if you would like to donate to my cause to find the flat side, feel free to donate to my GoFundMe. Dig into the other side, baby. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for listening.
Cowabunga dudes.
That's a funny looking beard you got there. Thanks. You ever thought to maybe tighten it up with a little Banff beard oil? Huh? I like going all natural. All natural. This is all natural. Natural oils. We got freaking sweet almond oil. We got that tasty grapeseed oil, nice and smooth for your beard. And then fresh scents of all natural cinnamon, cedar wood, and eucalyptus, rosemary. I don't know what else was in there. Gypsy tears. Okay, I'll take an order of 20 gypsy tears. Perfect. And what do you do with these gypsy tears? You can rub them on your face. You rub them all over your beard and it makes you feel good, eh? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna look like a badass motherfucker, and all you gotta know is you use the promo code LASTMINDS. LASTMINDS. 25% off any Banff product. Go to brickanderson.com. Banff beard oils. 25% off. Run and tell your mother, kid. What are you waiting for?